to do this. It's not my job. Just some muggins, that's all I am. Bloody dog's body. Got to dig holes, fill them in, ring bells, dig more bloody holes, fill them in. All the others do is chat and give out orders. That bloody vicar's got it easy, he has. All he ever does is pray. Prays for this, prays for the other. I'm too bloody busy to pray, I am. Oh, that'll do. I've got to go and fill another hole in now.
Ah, well, I enjoyed that funeral. Expensive monument to the tragedy, deluxe casket, and not too many snibblers. And here's your fiddle.
Oh, yeah, that's what I always say about it, Dave. It's a good living. I mean, it's a good thing. It makes room for others. I wish they'd burn them, though. 25 I've had to put down here this week. 25, that's 2 to an hole. That's 13 holes I've had to dig this week. They ought to burn them. That's what they ought to do with them.
I always think that life is like a banquet. And I see myself as the doorman of a large hotel where people have come for the great feast. Some of them leave when time is called, but there are others that hang on drinking and making a nuisance of themselves, and I have to wait and wait until they're carried out.
With some religions. They're the ones against the burning, you know.
Now, this chap today was quite reasonable, only 57. He didn't hang around long enough to become an embarrassment, drawing pensions and whatnot, and becoming a burden on the state.
Yeah, but it's all right for them, though, isn't it? They ain't got to dig the bleeding holes, have they? Cremation, that's what we need.
Cremation will make you redundant, won't it?
No. I'll get a job stoking. It's a better job, that is, especially in the winter. No. All this digging, Guff. It ain't doing me no good, I tell you.
Don't you worry, you look healthy enough. You'll be one of the hangers-on.
Now, don't be frightened. I'm not going to hurt you.
What do you want?
Don't worry. It's all right. Just do as I tell you. Just don't worry. It's all right. You see, I've been waiting for you.
Waiting for me?
Yes. Well, no, not exactly you, but someone like you. Someone your build. Someone your size.
My size,
Yes,
eh?
well, near enough to your size.
Oh, look here, you've made a mistake. It's not me.
No. There's been no mistake. It's you, all right. Yes, you're the one. 5'10". 42 chest. 34 waist. A bit long in the leg, but they'll turn up all right. Cap size.
Cap size?
No, what size cap do you take?
Oh, I never wear a cap.
Try this one. Ah, yes, that's it. That's a good fit. You'll do fine.
Look here, I don't understand. I mean, what...
Never mind. Just get undressed.
Get undressed? Oh, no.
Oh, now, look here, you mustn't be insubordinate. This gun is loaded. I suppose you know that.
Look, leave me alone, will you? I've never done you any harm. I don't even know you.
No. We've just met, but we'll get to know each other. We'll get to know each other quite a lot in the future. You'll see. Now, come along. Get undressed.
No.
Get undressed!
What, here? Just here?
Oh, no. Behind the vault. Come along, hurry up.
No, I don't want to. I'm not going to.
Look, please, don't make me shoot you. Look, it's all right. I'm going to get undressed, too. So, don't be shy. Look, stop! Are you going to get undressed? I'm not going to stand here arguing with you. It's not my position to stand here arguing with you, you know. I'm a decent type, but I won't stand insubordination. There's one thing I will not tolerate. I'm a fair-minded man, but I'm also a disciplinarian. Now, either you get undressed, or I'm going to pull this trigger.
Don't shoot me. I'll get undressed.
Oh, good-o.
How are we in front? All right, I think. No obstacles? No obstacles. The way forward seems quite clear.
Good. That's the idea. That's great.
Where are we?
We're passing through a cemetery.
What's it like?
I don't know.
Describe it to me.
I can't.
Why not?
I've shut my eyes.
You're always shutting your eyes. Anything you don't like, anything you're afraid to look at, you shut your eyes.
Why shouldn't I? That's what eyes were made for. Eyes were made to close. We should use all our facilities. There's no point having shutters on your eyes if you don't use them.
Hello. What's this?
What is it?
Is it? It's a... I think it's a seat. Yes, it's a bench of some sort.
A bench? I think it is a bench.
Yes, turn round, have a look, see what it is.
No, I mustn't face that direction. You know I mustn't. A bench. It is a bench, a slatted bench, with no back. It's got no back.
And slats, it's got slats.
It's got slats.
Should we sit on it?
Sit on it?
Oh, that's what it's there for. It was put there for that reason.
But I'm not tired.
You wait till you're tired, there may not be a bench.
That's true. They're always in the wrong places, these amenities. Benches in places where you're not tired. Drinking fountains in places where you're not thirsty.
Yes, but we should synchronise our habits. You're never tired when I am. You're never hungry or thirsty when I am. It's ridiculous, Susanna. Can we waste time stopping twice when we need only stop once?
All right. I'll sit down and I'll rest with you.
Yeah.
There's a plaque here.
A plaque?
On the seat here.
What does it say?
I don't know. I've still got my eyes shut.
Well, open them and read. It might be important.
No, I can't open them yet. Here. Give me your hand. You feel it. You've got better touch than I have. Feel the letters.
They're very worn.
It's not in Braille.
No, nothing's ever in Braille.
Everything should be in Braille. All notices, signs, street names, advertisements on hoardings should be in every language, including Braille.
True. Though street names and hoardings would be too high to reach.
Then let them get ladders. There's a way around everything. We've just got the will.
Yes, not enough will these days. You haven't even got the will to keep your eyes open.
I've got the will to keep them shut.
Left, right, squad, halt! By the right, Chris! Left, 10! Moving to the front by fours, quick, march! Left, right, eyes, left, right, eyes, front, left, right, wheel, left, right, left.
What's that?
It's the military, I think. Manoeuvres.
Ah, church parade.
It's not Sunday.
Military funeral.
That's more like it.
More like it. That's it.
Excuse me. You don't mind if I sit here, do you?
No, not at all.
I don't like sitting with strangers normally. Not on benches, public places. It's not that I'm a nervous type. Never have been. And even in the old days when the family used to go away, I was never nervous about being alone in the house. I've always slept on my own anyway. So long as I can have a light burning and the door's bolted, I'm not bothered. It's just that I'm not keen on strangers. Well, I mean, you don't know them, do you? You hear of so many funny things going on in parks and public places. It's the authorities I blame. Should keep them more private, these public places. But they're not bothered. They're not bothered. They let anybody into them. The way it is now, you can go into a park and you don't know who you're expected to mix with. There's some very funny people about. And that's why I don't like talking to strangers. I was brought up like that. My mother, she always used to say to me, if any strangers stop you in the street and offer you sweets, be sure not to take them. And I never have. Oh, she was a wonderful woman, my mother. Yeah. I was very fond of her. Well, you see, she was so good to me, you see. When I was younger, I had these dirty habits. And she house-trained me. She got me completely clean. So I could go into anybody's house without showing myself up. And I haven't disgraced myself now, not since I was 8. Well, 8 or 9. And I haven't had one lapse since then, not one single lapse. When I get up in the morning, the bed's as dry and as clean as it was when I first got into it. I don't need rubbers or anything like that. Oh, if she knew, she'd be terribly proud of me, I know.
Dead, is she?
Yes. She died of one of those postal diseases. It's all the GPO's fault. It's them I blame. They allow letters to mix up like that. They allow them to mingle in those pillar boxes. And you get letters from clean people lying beside letters from dirty people. And they shouldn't be allowed to write letters, people like that. I've had to change my name, I have, and my address, and keep them both secret so that people don't send me their diseases in the mail. If you're not, I mean, you're clean, aren't you? I mean, there's nothing wrong with you two.
No. My friend's blind, but it's not contagious.
Oh, no. That's one of the good things about blindness. It's not catching. I mean, I don't mind people being ill. I'm quite broad-minded about illness. So long as it's not catching, so long as they don't spread it about. And that's another reason why I don't like meeting strangers. I mean, you don't know what diseases they might have, do you? Ladies' gloves.
Hmm?
Well, ladies' gloves, you know. They carry terrible diseases on them, do ladies' gloves. Oh, if you put them on, I mean. This chap I know, he told me that. He says you can catch terrible diseases from putting on ladies' gloves, or any of their clothes, actually. Do you think that's true?
I don't know.
I've heard tales of men wearing women's clothes, but being blind, I've never seen one.
That has to be some kind of kink, doesn't it? I mean, you'd have to be kinky to do that sort of thing, wouldn't you? You're not kinky, I suppose. You're your friend.
No.
Oh, good. Only I find it can be very awkward if you are in the company of people who are kinky. Oh, not that I have been. I'm always careful to avoid people like that. I'm sure it must be very embarrassing.
Oh, I close my eyes to that sort of thing.
He closes his eyes to everything.
I have to. In the presence of the blind man, one has to be blind. It's our only chance of survival. What's the good of me seeing things you can't see? If we were too different, we'd never get on.
He believes the blind should lead the blind.
Oh, it's the only kind of leadership that's tolerable.
But I'm a bit out of my depth here, you see, and never having been blind or political. But what I feel is that friends should try to be as much like each other as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, this trying to be different. I mean, it's all very well, but I don't think it works. I mean, not in real life. I mean, that's why I don't like meeting strangers. I mean, they might be different, but you don't know till the damage is done, do you? I believe in equality. But it's no good having equality if some people are trying to be superior, is it? I mean, we should agree what the equal is and then all stick to it. But people don't, you see, people don't. They're always trying to be cleverer. This chap I know, very successfully was, well, he kept getting all these marvellous, brilliant ideas, millions of them. And he kept getting all the credit for it. Well, that's not fair, is it? I mean, ideas like that ought to be shared, I think. I mean, it don't matter who gets them. Otherwise, some people look better than others.
You're not coloured, are you?
Oh, no.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm white. I'm completely white and all over. If you had eyes, you'd see that I was white, even underneath.
All right, I'll take your word for it. Suppose I'll have to.
But I am white. I mean, I'm as white as anybody. Ask your friend.
Oh,
ask him to have a look.
It's no good asking him to look at anything.
I don't want to get involved in any colour question.
But I am white. I'm as white as you
I've
are.
only got your word for that.
But I am.
And I say you're not.
And I say I am.
You're not as white as I am. I'm pure white, the purest white, and nobody's any whiter.
I didn't say I was whiter. I said as white.
No, not as white, not as white, nowhere near as white. Bloody liberal, that's what you are. One of these bloody damned equalisers. I tell you, I'm whiter than you, much whiter, and I'm blind, and you're not, and that makes me much different to you.
Oh, dear, there he goes, bringing politics into it again. You mustn't argue with my friend on sex, politics, or religion. He has certain beliefs, and they mustn't be challenged. Enough, please. Don't be offensive.
I'm sure he's coloured. He's black. I know it. I knew it as soon as he sat down. I sensed it.
But I'm not.
There you go, arguing again.
I'm not. I'm just stating facts, that's all.
In a very argumentative fashion.
He's black. Black as a pot.
I'm not black, I tell you. I might wear women's clothes occasionally and have dirty habits, but I'm not black. Black is one thing I'm not.
His voice doesn't sound black.
It doesn't.
It sounds to me more middle-class English.
Oh, that's a bloody game, is it, eh? Learning to talk bloody middle-class English now, eh? Open that line. The colour, it won't. Not as far as the blind are concerned, anyway.
I knew I shouldn't have done it, talking to strangers. Because they're horrible. They're always horrible. You were right, Mum. Shouldn't talk to strangers or take sweets off them because they're nasty, nasty, horrible people. You're the one that's black, you are. But if you had eyes, you'd see it. Oh, Blackie. Oh, Blackie.
I'm not black, am I? Hey? I'm not, am I? Tell me, he's telling lies, isn't he, eh? I'm white, aren't I? Pure white. Tell me I am, aren't I?
I don't know. I've still got my eyes shut.
Well, open them and look, tell me I'm white.
I'd rather not. I'd rather not look, just in case.
Just in case you mean... Just in case I might be black.
Well, we don't know, do we?
Oh, God, no. Oh, no, no. I mustn't be black. I mustn't be. Look at me, tell me, please. Look at me, reassure me. Tell me I'm white.
You're white.
Have you looked?
No.
Look at me and then tell me.
No, it's too risky. It's far too risky. We don't want to destroy our belief in each other. It's better to be what we believe we are, not look at each other any closer. You're white. You're white. The purest white. And so am I.
Yes. I'm white. I'm white.
I'm white.
I'm very, very white. I'm as white as can be. I'm white. White. White, white, white. White, 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 white. White.
We've come through a very sticky patch, old friend. A very sticky patch.
Yes, but we've come through it.
With our faith unshaken.
Our beliefs unshattered.
You see, my philosophy works. What the eyes don't see, the heart don't grieve over. Whenever your beliefs are challenged, just shut your eyes and have faith.
I shall never sneer at it again, my friend. It's a great way of life.
Well, it's the only way. Besides, it makes us that much more equal.
Yeah. What?
Well, me keeping my eyes shut rules out the difference.
Oh, you and your damned equality. Why can't you let me be different?
That other chap had the right idea. He said that friends ought to try to be like each other. Now, that's friendly, that is. Very friendly,
With that damned black?
Well, we don't know. He was
No,
black.
I touched his skin. I felt it. It had large pores, too large for a white skin, far too large.
We don't know.
I don't want to talk anymore. I've had enough conversation for one day. It's unsettled me. I'm putting my card up.
Good morning, Father.
Good morning, my son.
Busy this week?
No. Only had about 10 in last Sunday.
Oh, better than me. 8 I had.
What was that for evensong?
Matins?
Oh, that's not a bad house for a matins, eh?
Oh, I suppose not.
At least you do get a salary, old chap. Mine has to come out of the plate. 12.5p last week.
Dear.
Well, the pub was full on Sunday night, though, of course. Most of mine were in there.
Most of mine, too. They were fighting yours.
Oh, dear. There must be some way of drumming up business.
Lucky hymn numbers?
No. Old-time Eucharist?
Takeaway communion.
Cut-price package tours to Lourdes.
Or the Oval.
Ah, here's the 12:45. Spot on, as usual.
Dead on time.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in. Out. Yes, they'll do very nicely. Sterilise those instruments, will you, nurse? Breathe in. Out.
Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning, Father.
I haven't seen you in church lately, have I?
I've been very busy,
Now,
Father.
you mustn't let busyness interfere with your religion, you know.
Don't, Father. It's all these new diseases they keep bringing up. Would you mind taking off your frock, please? Keep your trousers on. They're so far in advance, you know, these new diseases, years in front of us doctors.
I suppose you haven't been to Holy Communion either.
No, Father.
It really won't do, you know, my boy. You can't shut God out of your life.
I'm sorry, Father. I haven't stayed away intentionally.
No, I'm sure you haven't. Nevertheless, you haven't been, have you? Nurse, please. Go.
Bless me, Father, for I've
In
sinned.
the name of the Father and Son and Holy Ghost, amen.
It's 6 months since I was last at confession, since when I accused myself. Oh. Yes. Open your mouth. I've told lies. Would you say ah? I've used bad language again. I've had impure thoughts.
Impure thoughts about women.
Yes, Father.
Do you indulge these thoughts, my boy?
No, Father.
Well, you must try to resist them, you know.
For these and other sins I cannot now remember, I humbly ask forgiveness of God and penance and absolution of you, Father.
May the passion of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Oh, yes, his chest is very congested. Very congested.
Reward of eternal life. Amen.
Are you bothered with a cough at all, Father?
Yes, Doctor. Especially in the mornings. I wake up coughing and I've completely lost my appetite.
Yes.
I think it's catarrh.
Yes, it probably is catarrh.
I want you to say 3 Our Fathers and 2 Hail Marys.
I want you to take these 3 times a day after meals with a little water, rub the ointment into your chest every night before going to bed.
Holy Mass is at 8:30 and 9 every morning, and try and avoid the impure thoughts, my boy.
Surgery hours are from 9 to 11, and look after that chest.
Avoid occasion of sin.
You're not as young now as you used to be.
Pray to the Virgin for strength.
Keep yourself well wrapped up.
Say a prayer for me, my son.
We don't want to lose you, you know.
When the Maker calls, I shall be ready.
Ah, yes, but there's no need to go before then. Shirt off.
Shh, those 2 blacks haven't gone yet.
What 2 blacks?
Well, those 2 over there.
They're not black.
They're not on top, but they are underneath. They're as black as spades underneath. But don't worry about them, Doctor. I need medical attention.
Yes, well, shirt off then, shirt off. Now, what's wrong with you?
I've got bad habits.
What kind of habits?
Well, I don't know. You see, my mother was the only one who knew, and she's dead. But it's not physical. There's nothing at all wrong with me physically, in a physical sense. I know because I've always been careful to avoid contact with disease. I really changed my name, Lyle. I just avoid it.
And you've no idea what these habits are?
No.
You see no manifestation of them at all?
No, Doctor.
Most odd. It could mean that you may not have them, you know.
Oh, I've got them all right. I mean, my mother, if she were alive, and she'd tell you that, she was very worried about them.
But she wouldn't tell you what they are?
No, she was a very secretive person. My sister won't tell me either, and I'm sure she knows. But we're not speaking me and her.
Well, couldn't you make it up with your sister? Just till you discover your habits, I mean.
No. You see, it's gone too far. Could you ask the young ladies to go, please?
Why?
Well, I can't tell you why we fell out. Not in front of them.
But they're nurses.
Yes, I know. But they're still women, you see. And I'm shy of women. They make me nervous.
Would you mind, my dears?
Well, you see, I keep dreaming, you see.
Yes, well, we all dream.
Yes, but every night. And I keep dreaming I'm this marvellous-looking girl. And all these fellas are chatting me up. They won't leave me alone, they won't. Well, one of them, and he's the worst one. He's my brother-in-law. He's supposed to love my sister, He's supposed to be married to her. And you should see him at home as well. Oh, real sly he is. I mean, you think butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. Churchgoer, too. Oh, very sanctimonious he is at home. I'm frightened, Doctor. I'm frightened I might let myself give in to him. I don't want to fall for a baby by him, do I? I mean, I don't want to get pregnant, especially by my sister's husband.
It's only a dream.
Oh, it's no dream, Doctor. It might seem like a dream in the daytime, but it's no dream at night. I think she suspects.
Who?
My sister. I mean, that's why we're not speaking. I was wondering whether I ought to tell her.
About your dream, I mean.
She'd know then that it wasn't my fault. I mean, she'd know it was him to blame. She'd see him as he really is.
Has your brother-in-law ever tried to molest you in the daytime?
What, you mean when I'm awake? When I'm not dreaming I'm a girl?
Yes.
Oh, no. Oh, no, Doctor, no, he's too cunning for that. No, he knows then I'd have something on him, doesn't he? I mean, I could go to the police about him. But you can't go to the police about what people do to you in your dreams, can you? He knows that.
Yes. Well, the best thing I think we can do is to arrange for you to see a psychiatrist.
You're not trying to get me certified, are you?
Certified? No. Just go along, see him, explain your problem.
I'm not mad, you know.
No one said you are.
I'm not bonkers. Just because my brother-in-law thinks I'm a woman, that don't make me bonkers. I mean, he's the one that's touched, if you ask me. I mean, I'm no whore, even though he does think I am. Look, you won't say anything about this to those blacks, will you? I mean, well, you know what they're like. I mean, they're very loose morally. They've got no idea of chastity.
They're not black.
Oh, they don't look black. I mean, that's just the weather over here. They're not used to it. Oh, I'm frightened to go to sleep at night in case I get raped.
Yes. Well, go and see this chap. He might be able to help. First-class man.
Will he be able to cure my habits?
Oh, well, I don't know about that, but he may be able to discover what they are.
Oh, that would be a relief, Doctor. You see, it's not knowing. That's what's so terrible. Thank you, Doctor. I'll go and see him right away. tread on the crack, you marry a black, tread on the square, you must square, tread on the crack, you marry a black, tread on the square, you must square.
Would you get undressed, please?
Get undressed?
Yes. Oh, yes, it's all right. I'm a doctor.
But I'm not ill.
Ah, you must allow me to be the judge of that. Now, come along, take your dress off. I want to examine you.
I don't want to be examined.
But there's a war on.
War?
Yeah, on disease. And if you expect us doctors to cure your diseases, we can't afford to hang about in Harley Street waiting for you to bring them to us. We have to go out and attack them. And in order to do that, we have to have complete access to your bodies and to be able to examine them wherever we find them, whether it be on buses, trains, in the streets, in the cinema or the theatre.
I know you have to examine us, but you can't make us take our clothes off anywhere. We've got rights, you know.
So you may have, but there is a war on, and your bodies are the battleground against disease. They have to be examined.
It's my body, isn't it?
Yes, but the health and cleanliness of it is everybody's concern. Now, dress off.
I'll write to my MP about this.
As you wish, but this is a democracy, you know, and I have MPs as well as you have. Prepare the vaccines, will you, nurse, and a screen for the young lady. There's no need for her to be embarrassed more than is necessary. Now, come on, let's have a look at you. There. Oh, yeah, it is like the sound of that chest. Open your mouth. Oh, dear, she's still got tonsils in there. We'll have to get those out, nurse.
Why?
Because they're the main cause of tonsillitis, that's why. I suppose you've still got an appendix, too, have
No,
you?
I've had that out.
Oh, well, that's something. Yes, do these legs give you any trouble?
No, Doctor.
Nevertheless, I should have them off if I were you.
Have them off? What, me legs?
Yes, well, they're not much use to you, what I can see of them. What's your occupation?
Manicurist.
Well, you don't manicure with your legs, do you?
No, but I have to walk about on them, though.
My dear girl, you can walk about on artificial legs. The way they're making them now, they're far superior to the natural ones, which admits that we are heading towards a more legless society, what with motor cars and television.
I want my own legs.
Yes, well, I haven't the power to remove them without your consent, but an operation to remove them would be safest.
Safest? There's nothing wrong with them.
No, but you might get something wrong with them. If I were to tell you the number of leg diseases there were, you'd be horrified. Legs are like tonsils, appendix, teeth, useless appendages. Cut down on the useless parts of the body, and it leaves the germs a smaller area to breed in.
Well, why don't you have your legs off, then?
I've had them off. In my job, facing disease all day, every precaution has to be taken.
Well, I'm not having mine off.
Yes, well, there you are. You see, I can't force you. Oh, you see, nurse, the ignorance of the unscientific mind, the damage done by skeptics and their bloody doubts. The omniscience of the medical profession is being destroyed. What is the point of being a specialist if you have to explain what you're doing to the man in the street?
Oh, never mind, sir. We'll win through in the end. The public are always slow to accept new ideas.
New ideas? What, having me legs off?
My dear girl, I can replace those primitive, old-fashioned legs of yours with brand new mechanical ones, disease-free legs, legs you don't have to put up after a hard day. But no, you'd sooner walk about on those silly old legs. I mean, good heavens, look at them.
You're not taking them off anyway.
Why not?
Look, what's a girl without legs?
Oh, you think nature, art and science together can't do better than that? Show the Betty Grable. And the Sid Charisse. And the Ginger Rogers.
And look at mine. These are the Marlene Dietrich.
You see, they're finished in permanent suntan.
Yes, and they come in gold and silver lame finish for evening wear with the super flesh touch.
Oh, that's marvellous. Oh, really great they are.
And they never grow old, warp, or get knobbly.
And no ugly hairs, spots or blemishes to worry about.
But that's fantastic. Oh, Doctor, when can you remove these and fit me with legs like that?
Immediately. And you can have them under the National Health, too.
What, nothing to pay?
Absolutely nothing. Comes under the State Plan of Health for narrowing areas of disease in the body. Nurse, prepare the patient for the operation.
I don't like his work in here.
What,
Well, the cleverer he gets, the more he slows things down. Things used to be pretty brisk here in the old days. In here before there were 20, most of them. Before people like Pasteur and Jenner came along with their bloody cure-alls, or nearly cure-alls. Keeping them alive till past 70 they are now. And the The socialists, they haven't helped. Improving conditions as they have. People are frightened to die, that's the trouble. I mean, you wouldn't think there was a heaven or an afterlife, would you, the way they're hanging on down here? The aristocracy, now they're the best. At least there's some planning with them. They order their tomb the moment they're born. Planning. Still, things are brightening up a bit now. This germ warfare, that'll do a lot of good. Although, there again, they won't plan it. They'll just let it loose without warning, instead of coming to me, to the trade like, and saying, right, we're going to pollute you at 3 o'clock on Tuesday, March the 17th, 1970, whatever. And all I've got to do is get that in writing, go to the bank, and they'd advance me the money, and I can corner the land and get the boxes made.
Yeah, but get a big fire going. I mean, you don't have to start digging down all that lot. I mean, you don't have to dig for all that crowd, do you?
No, of course not. But keep the brass handles, don't burn them. But it's no good talking. They won't do it. They won't plan it. There's no planning at all nowadays.
Yeah. You and your bleeding aristocracy. Nah, they ain't frightened to die. Ah, of course they're not. It's mate for them up there. They got it all laid on. Bleeding marvellous, isn't it? It ain't our bleeding world. It ain't even our bleeding heaven. Yeah!
Keep heaven white, keep heaven white, oh, keep heaven.
Getting them bowled up there too, eh?
Oh, this has nothing to do with the colour bar.
Oh.
No, not physically, not in the physical way. A man's skin is his own affair. Brown, yellow, black or white, he's entitled to be what he is, and I respect that right. It's purely his own business. But the soul is something different. There, I'm afraid, his rights vanish. His privileges of self-ownership do not exist. The soul can only be one colour, God's colour, white, pure white. And we must keep heaven white, reserved and strictly private for those with pure white souls. Yes, this is where we must have the discrimination. This is where we need the colour bar. This is where we need the prejudice.
What do you mean no blacks will get in up there?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Black is the colour of sin in the varying shades of grievousness. And one tiny black stain of sin on any soul will bar it from heaven. And the Lord's presence on this God must be foreseeing, dogmatic, and unforgiving. And he must see that none wheedle their way in with these damned deathbed conversions. And they indulge every sin the flesh is capable of. And then, when they are about to die, when there's no more hope of recovery, they call for a priest, ask for absolution, and get their souls re-whitened. It's got to stop. It's not fair. God, in his wisdom, must see that you cannot liberalize on sin. He must ban these re-whitened souls and keep heaven pure white. Keep heaven white. Keep heaven white.
Excuse me. Shh. Excuse me. I'm looking for a psychiatrist. You don't know where I'll find one, do you?
I don't know. Which one you're looking for?
Well, I don't know. They're all pretty much the same, I suppose. Some better than others, but that's all. I've got this letter for him, you see.
Well, it got an address on it, then?
Yes, but I can't find it.
Well, what is it? What's the address?
Oh, no, wait a minute. Hold on. I mean, I can't let you have that. This letter was given to me in strictest confidence. If I let you see that, he'd have hundreds of nutcases banging on his door, wouldn't he? Hello, who put that up?
The vicar.
Very good. Excellent idea. Action from the church at last, eh? Yes, keep heaven white. Yes, excellent idea. You know, the GPO ought to do something like that. Segregated pillar boxes, that's what we need. We're entitled to them. We're entitled to some protection from the GPO. And the way it is at the moment, you can post a letter and it can be left lying beside some black one all night long.
What letter you mean?
Well, I don't just mean your letters, I mean anybody's letters. Your daughter's letters. You wouldn't like that, would you? You wouldn't like one of your daughter's letters, perhaps even a love letter, left lying beside some black one all night, eh?
I haven't got a daughter. I don't hold with mixed marriages, though.
Nor with mixed pillar boxes. Why should you? It's a free country. If you want segregation, you are entitled to have segregation. Yeah. I agree with that. Good old vicar. Don't you agree with that?
Well, not really. See, what I reckon that God, this God, is too upper class. That's his trouble. That's what's wrong with him, mate.
Too upper class?
Oh, yeah, that's his trouble. Well, I reckon a working class ought to have its own working class God with a sort of working class heaven.
A working class God? But you can't have that. I mean, you can't have all different gods for all different classes. I mean, you can only have one God, you know. There is only one God.
Yeah, I know, it's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying, there ought to be two. Well, take them blacks. They got their own God, haven't they?
The blacks?
Yeah. They got their own black God. That Mohammed, you know, Buddha. He looks after them, doesn't he? But the working class ain't got no one, have they? I mean, when we die, us working class, the only heaven we got is this Tory heaven. This Eton or Arrow one. It's Lord God's place. There you are, innit? Lord God, see? Lord God. Not Fred God or Harry God. Oh, no, a titled God. A stuck-up, toffee-nosed governor's God. What I mean? You look at these bishops. And look at that lot. They're all knobs. They're all out of big houses. They're living in palaces, they are. No, what I say we need some working-class bishops, some council house bishops, you know?
You've got to have governments. And you can't do without that. I mean, you've got to have people in charge running things. You can't do without that. You can't do without governors.
I'm not saying you can. I'm not saying you can do without them down here. But I mean, up there, ought to be different up there, didn't it? Well, it's supposed to be all rip up there, isn't it?
Rip?
Yeah, rip. R.I.P. Rest in peace. I don't see how you're going to get any resting with a load of governors chasing you about.
There's not much of the Christian in you, is there, eh? There's not much of the bloody Christian about you, is there?
Christian? I'm as Christian as anyone else.
What, you believe in Christ? You mean to tell me you believe in Christ?
Yes.
Well, why are you attacking his father like that, then, eh? Why are you having a go at his dad?
Oh, you back again, Sambo.
Look, you don't call me that. I'm no black and you know it.
Hey, you're not white, Sambo. I told you before, you're black. As black as a pot.
I'm not, I'm white.
I prefer to think of you as black. Shiny coal-black.
Well, you've got no right to think of me like that. I'm white, I really am. Look, you tell him. Tell him I'm white.
Well, you are white, aren't you? I mean, he is white. I mean, as far as I can see, he is. I mean, he's not black.
Oh, I say he is. To me, he's black. To me, he's just a black-faced coon. That's all he is to me.
I'm not, I'm white. Look, you're his friend. Look, can't you tell him? Tell him I'm white.
No, it's no good asking me what colour you are. I can't tell what colour you are, and more he can.
But you're not blind. Open your eyes. Open your eyes and tell me.
No.
Tell him I'm white.
It'll be no use, you see. If he thinks you're black, then to him you're black. He's a free thinker, you see. He thinks exactly what he wants to think. That's all there is to it.
But that's not all there is to it. I'm not having him going round thinking of me as black.
I wouldn't worry about it if I was you, mate. I mean, what does it matter what he thinks?
Look, it might not matter to you what he thinks, because he's not thinking anything about you, is he? But I don't want him going round thinking of me as black. How would you like it if he went round thinking of you as black?
Yeah, I can see your point, mate, but I mean, just because he thinks you're black, I mean, that don't make you black, do it? I mean, you see my meaning?
Look, it does to him. It makes me black to him.
Yeah, I suppose it does, but I mean, only to him, no, innit?
Yes, but I don't want to be black to anybody, do I? And if I let him get away with that, I mean, black I become, don't I? I mean, in his thoughts, I'm black.
Pitch black.
Well, I'm not having it. I'm not having anybody going round thinking of me as black. If I let him get away with that, the next thing he'll be doing is dreaming about me, won't he? Oh, yes, and then I'll be black in his dreams, too. And being placed in positions I'm not entitled to be placed in. I mean, humiliating positions. Positions with no rights or privileges. And who's he to make me black and deprive me of my privileges? And another thing, he won't only be dreaming about me, will he? Oh, no. There'll be other people in his dreams, too. Lots of people.
And old you.
And they'll be thinking of me as black, too. Well, I mean, that sort of thing could spread. I mean, I know what dreams are like. I have them myself.
We all have dreams.
yes, but not dreams like I do.
All right, Sambo, that's enough. We've heard enough. Stow it. Come on, get back to your own side of town.
You leave me alone. I have as much right to beer as anybody.
Oh, getting bolshy, are you, Sambo, eh? Getting a bit full of ourselves, are we? Well, we'll have to see what a good old clouter with that curly black nut will do for putting those kind of ideas out of it.
You leave me alone.
What was to be left alone now, isn't it marvellous? The bloody rights these people want. Show them a bit of kindness, the next thing they're demanding it. Come here, will you?
You leave me alone. Don't touch me. You're the black, you are. You're the one that's black.
Oh, no, Sam, no. No, you can't pull that one again. It won't work this time. There's no doubts in my mind now as to who's the nigger in the woodpile. You're the one, all right. You're the black.
So are you. So are you, black.
Isn't it marvellous? Because he can't be white like me. He wants me to be black like him. Bloody equality mad they are, these underdogs. They just will not face up to what they are and take their medicine. Come on, you for the beating. It's time you were beaten.
You leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Right, squad! Halt!
Help me, please.
What's the matter?
It's him, the blind man, trying to turn me into a black.
He's trying to turn you into a black?
What's that? Who is it? Who are they?
It's the military, I think.
It's the army.
What do they want?
They want to know what's going on.
No, just like the police. Bloody nosy. God. Oh, here. Officer. Oh, Captain. Oh, oh. Oh, and holding a gun to someone's head. Why are you holding a gun to his head?
I have to. It's the only way to keep him in uniform.
I see. Oh, yeah, good idea. That's what young Sambo here needs. Put a gun to his head. Yes, that's what young Sambo needs, a gun to his head. Put a gun to his head, he'd start behaving more like a black to me.
But I don't understand. Why do you want to make him into a black?
Why do you want to make him into a soldier?
Well, I need a soldier. I'm an officer in the army. And it's no good being an officer in the army without a soldier, is it?
I need a black and white, you see. And there's just pure white. And there's no joy in being white if there's no black, is there?
Yes, I see that. But he isn't black. You're just inventing him. Trying to make him black. Trying to turn him into a black.
And you're just inventing him. He's not a real soldier. You don't have to put a gun to a real soldier's head to make him wear the uniform. A real soldier's proud to wear the uniform. You're just trying to make him into a soldier.
And you're trying to make him into a black.
That's right.
But he doesn't want to be a black.
He doesn't want to be a black. But you need your soldier, and I need my black. You've got your black. I want my black.
Black? What black? I've got no black.
He's your black. Your soldier black.
But what are you talking about? He's not black, he's white. As white as this young fellow
right,
here.
so he's white, black. They're both white blacks. Who cares what colour they are as long as they're blacks? I told you I'm blind. I don't deal in colours.
You're mad.
He's mad, all right. And he's the one that ought to see a psychiatrist.
He may have a white skin, this soldier boy here of yours, but that don't prove he's not a black. Not to me, it don't. I mean, he's segregated, isn't he? He's not allowed to mix. You've segregated him, you know you have.
Yes.
You've trained him to feel inferior to you.
Good heavens, man. He's in the army. He's a soldier. He's got to have superior officers.
Very well. I'm not saying he hasn't, but if you want your inferiors in the army, we want our inferiors in Civvy Street. We're all the same, you know. We're only human.
Right, he's got you there, hasn't he? I can see that. It's only human, that is, isn't it? Well, it's like me. I've been segregated. I've been segregated all my life, I have. Segregated into the slums. Just because of me parents, that's all. No other reason. That's the reason for it.
Yeah, but what colour were your parents?
What, my mum and dad? Oh, well, they must have been that colour you were saying, you know, them white blacks. Yeah, they must have been that. Because they was all that colour round where they lived, see? Yeah, they must have been blacks, I suppose, that turned white. That's what they must have been, because they weren't allowed to mix with the other whites, you know, the real whites, the white whites. Well, it's like them black blacks, isn't it?
Black blacks? What black blacks?
Well, the black ones. The proper ones, you know, the black blacks. You know, well, they're like the white whites, aren't they? They like them. They live the same, don't they? They don't live like the other blacks. Well, I've seen them. They had them invited up to the palace, they did. Invited to tea. All dressed in silk and covered in diamonds. Packy blacks, some of them. Most of them. For real blacks, you know. Black blacks.
I don't want to be any kind of black, I mean, black or white, black. I came from a good home, I did. I mean, I'm not like him. No old rubbish. I mean, I'm not supposed to be segregated, you know. Not by him or anybody else. I mean, I can segregate myself, I can, if I want to. One of the segregators I am. Look, you might not be able to see colours, but you can hear tones. You can tell sounds. Well, there's no black in my voice. I mean, my mother and father paid a lot of money for this voice. Very fussy they were about voices. Very fussy about voices, about the colour of voices.
Just listen to it. An educated black, a well-schooled coon.
He sounds like a bit of a governor to me. Got a touch of the governor in him, he has. He's got more of the governor than a tar brush in him, you know.
Oh, we can soon knock that out of him. Oh, we can easily get rid of that.
You know, I think you're right. Yes, the one way to solve this problem is to stick a gun at his head. If he turns black, it's his right colour.
Oh, no. No, don't.
Oh, he's a black, all right.
He's turning black fast.
Yes, down, boy, down, dog, on your knees. Ah, that's much better. Yes, I'll get my fellow here to black him up for you now. Attention! One pace forward, march! Blacking at the ready. Blacking, begin.
Your soldier, he won't turn without the gun at his head.
Oh, no. He's perfectly safe. He's had a gun at his head for so long now, he'll hardly notice that it's been taken away. Ah, yes. These blacks are very good at blacking each other. Ah, well done. Yes, a real white black. Come on, lad. Give out with some of those old white-black songs, eh? Come on. Mammy. Come on, sing. The sun shines east, the sun shines west. Come on, sing. Get upon my knees, sonny boy. Although you're only 3, sonny boy. Come on, sing.
Toke that bell, get a little drunk and you had in jail.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Mama's little baby loves shortening. Mama's little baby loves shortening bread.
Hello, what's going on here?
Diddy, white black mistletoe.
That old man river, that old man river, he just keeps rolling along.
He wants to be white. It's a black who wants to be white.
Does he? Yes, I bet he does. Although colour won't mean much once the worms have filleted us. Besides, I don't mind them so much, the blacks. Black is beautiful, especially in my profession. No, it's the others I hate, the white foreigners. I mean, at least they're honest. You can tell what they are by the colour of their skin, but the others, the bloody Welsh and Irish, you find yourself fraternising with them without even knowing it, mixing with them, even liking them. That's the worst. Even liking them.
Doctor, look. They've turned me into a black. Look, they made me into a black.
Yes, well, don't worry about it. It's only a pigmentation of the skin.
It's not. It's more than that. I know it is. I used to be a Jew, so I know. Have you ever been a Jew? No, I don't suppose you have. Never been anything unpleasant. Well, I have. All my family were. And it's rotten, it is. It's rotten. It's almost as bad as being black.
Oh, excuse me. I hope I'm not interrupting anything. Only I'm looking for someone. A boy. Well, a young man. He's my son. And he hasn't been home for several days now, and I'm rather worried about him. You see, he's not quite right in the head. He's inclined to be fanciful, imagining, you know. Imagining's what he ain't like. Oh, he upsets me and I worry. He keeps telling people I'm dead, God forbid.
Dead?
Oh, I'm sure he don't mean no harm by it, but it's upsetting.
Mammy!
Maury, what have you done?
I've turned black. They've turned me into a black. They've made me into a black.
I knew something like this would happen. I kept telling you, but you wouldn't listen. You would get your own way.
Take me home, Mum.
What? Like that? What do you think your father would say? Oh, no. You wouldn't be a Jew like us. Oh, no. But you'll be a black. Oh, yes, you don't mind being a black. Well, you've made your own bed, now you can lay on it. 'Cause I'm not having no blacks in my house.
It's not my fault. I mean, I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
Oh, used to be Jewish, did we?
None of your business what I used to be.
No, don't get lippy, Sambo. Watch the old lip there. We're entitled to know what you are. We don't want your sort round here lowering our land values. Oh, it is Jewish. I've tweaked enough of their noses to know that.
Yes, it really hasn't got a Jewish nose. It doesn't look a bit Jewish.
Don't let his looks take you in. That's the trouble with you people who can see. Let them fool you with their looks.
He's probably had plastic surgery.
Yeah, of course he has. You ought to be put down, these bloody plastic surgeons. But a few bob that'd make any Jew look like a Christian, they would. They'd be starting on the black sects. Giving them white skins, then where will we be?
Right up the creek.
Yeah. God had wanted the blacks to be white, he would have made them white in the first place. God was no fool.
Yes, but how do you know what colour God is? God might be black for all you know.
The Son of God was a Jew.
Blasphemers, I'll knock you both down. You told her that about God. God is beautiful and white. And he hates Jews and blacks. Especially black Jews like Rastas here.
But God made everyone.
God made everyone?
God made everyone. Except the Jews and the blacks.
God is love. He does not
that's
hate.
enough talk. Let's put this black down. Let's do ourselves a favour. Let's get rid of him.
Kill him?
Yes, why not? It'll give your soldier boy some practice. He's got to be trained to kill, hasn't he? It'll help the doctor here, too. He's a liberal. If he put down the black, it'll put an end to the colour bar.
True. But without Jews or blacks, there can be no race hatreds.
Oh, don't worry about that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
But what about us?
You'll do very well out of it. It'll provide you with a great sin, crime against humanity. You live off sin, you know you do. Sin's indispensable to you.
But what about him? The boy you're going to kill?
Well, he'll do better out of it than anybody, won't he? It'll provide both of his races with a martyr.
I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Oh, don't worry, son. We all have to go sometime. How or when is not very important, really. And when you've gone, you'll be regarded much higher by these people. When Hitler killed his millions of Jews, he struck a great blow against anti-Semitism. The Jew was the humanity that Hitler's crime was against, and every man was on their side. And throughout Europe, the Jew rose to a crest of popularity he'd never achieved before.
But surely, Doctor, you're not going to stand by and let these people kill this boy, are you?
It's for the good of his race. They'll never achieve their freedom from oppression except through violence. Someone must die to save them. Every race must have its martyrs. Well, if it's not him, it'll be someone else. And it's not for us to choose. We, who can't tell one black from another.
I'm not black.
Your face is black, you must play your part.
It's boot polish. They black my face with boot polish.
What is the difference between pigmentation and boot polish? They've chosen you to play the coon. And you must let them kill you tonight, so that we, who are liberal, may revile them for their crime against you.
Do you support this crime, Judge?
All crime. Without crime, I couldn't survive. Well, I'm no different from you and him, Father. You thrive on crime, as the doctor here thrives on disease, and the soldier thrives on war.
And I thrive on death.
And the decent liberals among us thrive on injustice.
As I thrive on hate.
We must all kill him so we may all continue to thrive.
Would you like a blindfold?
No. I want to see who fires the gun.
Turn away thy face.
All fire the gun. The soldier will merely point it.
Attention! Ready! Aim! Fire!
Well, that's that.
Yes, now the trials begin.
Let us confess our sins.
Bless us, Father, for we've sinned. It is no time at all since our last confession, since when we accuse ourselves of having killed a man because of the colour of his skin. For these